suffering from this, though they don't know they are suffering from this. Okay? So how to take charge of mental diarrhea? What has happened is, when you are used to thinking, that has become the default program in our brain, which is called default mode network, DMN. Okay? So that has become the default mode. If nothing else, keep thinking, keep thinking, keep thinking. If nothing else is going on, keep thinking, keep thinking, keep thinking, keep thinking. You can switch on the light when you want, switch it off. You cannot switch this off. Even when people hit the bed, the commentary is on. How can you change the default mode network is the question you have asked. I am asking that question from a scientific perspective. The question you ask is exactly that. Okay? Again, you have to come to that technique of your mind has to get used to stillness, calmness. First step to mastery over mind is mastery over breath. The first step to mastery over mind is mastery over breath. The mind needs a vehicle to move, and that vehicle is breath. If you pause the breath for some time, the mind can't move. Pause the breath does not mean you suffocate yourself, you just slow down the breathing. Try to, if you want, with your eyes closed while I am speaking, if you just do this much, you will realize it has multiple benefits. One is it will bring your mind to stillness and calmness. That hectic, entire stream of thoughts will start slowing down. Number two, when you do deep breathing, it is a massage for all your internal organs. You can go to a spa and take a massage for your hands, for your legs, for your back. You can't massage your liver, intestine and lungs. When you do deep breathing, it is a massage for all your internal organs. It is more oxygen for your brain, so you will be thinking with clarity. Your intelligence will explode to another level. So the only way there is take charge of your breath. So when you are sitting down quietly, lights closed, eyes closed, biggest distraction is with eyes for human beings. Yeah, because you see something, then a chain of thoughts will start. Yeah, but when you close your eyes and you sit quietly and go to your breath, see the movement of air inside. Right from the time it is entering your nose, going right through, take it to the bottom, take a slightly deeper breath, again it is coming out. Keep watching the breath. Don't worry in the beginning, even if some thoughts come, let them come. Okay? It is like a beautiful lady knocking at your door and telling, come, let's go for wining, dining, let's do the samba, let's do the salsa. But if you don't open the door, the lady will knock for some time and then say, this guy is useless, let me go. He is not opening the door. Right? So let the thoughts keep knocking. You stay still for some time. Let them keep knocking. Then they realize this knocking is not working. This guy doesn't open the door. And gradually, you evolve to stillness. There is nothing like controlling your mind. All these people who say control your mind, it's all bullshit. The mind is like a monkey. If you say don't run there, the first thing it will do is run there. It's called markata, monkey mind in Sanskrit, markata. The mind is like a monkey, so control doesn't work on the monkey. Evolution works. If you bring it to stillness, gradually it will evolve on its own. It takes some time, but it will happen. Done. Any other questions? No, I don't want to stand.
I'm 5 hours.
I'm perfect. The university might have corrected this out. Yeah.
As you told that you had cold.
Rishika Rao.
Richika.
Okay.
So as you told that you had cold, and maybe it was because of your restlessness.
I'm saying one is close genetic. My father had a common
I also
cold.
have a similar question.
And secondly, I noticed in my father that he was a man. It is called obsessive control syndrome. OCD. He wants everything perfect to the pin. Now, perfection only exists in the human mind. In reality, it exists nowhere.
No, I have
So,
a question.
yeah, you continue. I am telling you my case. Since you said I had a common cold, I am explaining the background. Every background is different. Continue, please. Sorry.
So, some diseases can be even seeking attention, maybe?
It is one of the biggest diseases.
No, not speaking like that. I read somewhere that some skin diseases eczema and all of that are majorly because of trying to seek attention. Maybe you didn't get it in your childhood, or maybe you didn't get it from your surroundings maybe. And how do you heal that then?
Yeah. See, first and foremost, any disease cannot be diagnosed in an auditorium on the basis of one statement you saying skin disease. There could be multiple reasons for that. Okay? Randomly me telling you it's because of this or that would be wrong totally. Yeah? We have to know the entire context very clearly. So in my father's case and my case, I knew the context very clearly because both of us were in the same house for the first 25 years. So I know his way of operation in life, I know mine. In your case, one thing is for sure. Skin, again, usually, unless you had some chemical reaction, okay, which means something is allergic, you are allergic to something like that. Skin is also a manifestation of what is going on in the mind. At a certain age, everybody gets pimples and acne, that's all normal. Okay? That is because you are going through hormonal changes and so many things. But after that, it is all an expression of also what is happening within you. Okay? Specific cases will have to be diagnosed on the basis of specific information in case of a specific individual. But today what I have noticed is sometimes I have seen many cases where skin things are happening, and today is an age where people are using cosmetics. Do you know something very ridiculous about cosmetics? Everybody is using cosmetics. Where do the cosmetics go once you apply them on your skin? Inside where? So you should only apply on your skin that which you are willing to eat. Now how many of the cosmetics that people are using today can they eat? And if this word spreads, many multinational companies will go bankrupt. Yeah. So skin is a vast subject. It depends on the case, but few things for sure you can take care of is what is you're using on the skin, what is in your mind. Because if the mind is in turmoil, it will look to find expression somewhere. And skin is the easiest place to find expression. Let me give you an example. So you can find these videos on internet, what I'm just about to tell you. It's a stunning case. Most of you may be surprised listening to this. There are real life hypnotists, people who can hypnotize you. So a professional hypnotist who knows how to hypnotize, he was doing a session like I am doing with you all. He calls a gentleman from the audience. This is all video evidence is there with doctors in the front row to see what the hypnotist is doing. Okay? So he calls a participant on stage. In 10 to 15 minutes, he hypnotizes the participant. So the participant is now following his commands. If he says sit down, he'll sit down. If he says stand up, he'll stand up. After ensuring that the participant is under hypnosis, and hypnosis has also got a strong connection to subconscious mind programming, for your knowledge. After ensuring that the participant is hypnotized, he tells the participant, this is burning coal. He points to his finger and says, this is burning coal. The participant is at this distance, like the participants were standing with me. So for 2-3 minutes the participant is observing the finger and he's then getting a little scared because it's burning coal. Now in his mind it is burning coal, though it is technically only a finger. As he moves his finger closer to the participant is getting even more scared and he's trying to go away. While the participant is trying to go away, he suddenly touches his finger to the participant's hand. Now that guy is shouting and screaming. Because he is hypnotized, he is thinking it's burning coal and he is thinking coal has touched his skin. Now all this is okay. The climax is yet to come. The climax was, after he removed his finger, there were red burn marks and blisters on the skin. How? Simple. There was no real fire. There was no real burning coal. It was only the finger, a harmless finger of a man. In his mind, he had imagined coal, he had imagined fire, he had imagined everything, and that is how the mind produced the blisters and burn marks on the skin. Giving you an example of how mind affects skin. Okay? So in the human mind, subconscious, this is a negative effect of subconscious mind programming. You know how it is positively used, the same thing used positively. If Usain Bolt is training for the 400 meters Olympic race and he has to win gold in the Olympic race, which he has won multiple times, Usain Bolt is practicing on a machine which has got headphones, and when the headphones are put on, the view in front of him is of the Olympic stadium on the screen. Okay, it's a complete closed screen so that he feels, circular screen, so that he feels like he's in an Olympic stadium. And there's a treadmill below. Internal body systems are firing in the similar manner as it would fire when he's running the final race. This is how they train modern athletes for Olympics. That is when the final race happens, Usain Bolt has like run that race maybe 5,000 times in the last 5 years. What are they already? And he can see the clock. He knows he has to touch 9.8 seconds or 20.3 seconds to win the match, because the nearest competitors are 20, 21 seconds or 22. So he knows if he clocks 20, game over. Now I also experienced this. I am sure everybody does. Fallen from a mountain, but actually you are on your bed. But the emotion was real. The panic was real. So that's your subconscious mind. The subconscious mind cannot differentiate between what is real and what is imaginary. Now imagine if you are creating these kind of terrible situations in your mind, how long will it take for skin to start giving, irritation, burn marks and all kind of marks? As simple as that. But that may not be the only reason in your case. So I'm not saying.
There is one question from Edward.
Yeah. What's your name, please?
So, as you said, like Tanvi asked about negative energies and everything. So you said you are what you attract. But if you imagine, if you take a scenario, there are two friends who have been together since childhood. And growing up, they have been together and there's no thing like a negative energy between them. But once they grow up, they're the same course and everything. But one of those friends...
Yeah. Another interesting, I gave one technique of breath earlier in the session if you were listening. What's your name, please? What's your name?
Diksha.
Diksha, okay. Wow, that's it's got a strong spirit which can also help you eliminate, the wandering mind. Pick up something creative in life. So for example, I have got 7...
Source of what holds us back. And 7 crore की बात की है. Your journey and your message have been nothing short of transformative. Thank you so much.
Bright young batch of students. Each time the batch is better than the previous one, and for people like me, interacting with young dynamic minds is an important and integral part of our life, because that way we know how the nation is developing, what kind of future that this great country can look forward to. So this morning has been no different in that sense, because I feel these students are very intelligent in their own right. They have asked me some brilliant questions which shows me their line of thinking, and some of their observations about the session also have been extremely relevant and pertinent. I wish them the very best in their careers ahead. I wish Dr. Debjani ji and the entire organization much more glory in the years to come. I'm sure this is one of the finest institutions available in our country for this subject, and their students will make us proud in the years to come. So it's been an honor, a pleasure and a privilege once again. Thank you so much.
Oh, it has been wonderful as usual. Every time, every year during the orientation program, we have Mr. Vivek Shetty, and every time we find him more and more empowering. I like the students to listen to him because he throws light on an area which is not touched upon by any institution, be it school, be it college, be it home. No one throws light on these aspects which are so close and within us. We have all the power, but we don't know anything about it. So I would just like to thank Mr. Shetty immensely for what he transfers and transacts in these lectures, and I'm thankful to you very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Done.
Done?